what is it about liquidity and infinite liquidity that they fetishize so much?
So that's a question for the people who are worshiping liquidity, which I don't do. So why do they do that? I don't know. Like people do a lot of stuff that I don't get. I say sometimes people take it the wrong way. I'm not that kind of a doctor. If you really want to know why people worship liquidity, you need to ask a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Like I'm a doctor of money, not a doctor of people's brains. So although I have thought that I should study a little more psychology to try to figure out why people behave they do, because to me it's baffling. So tell me, you apparently read a lot about this liquidity. You've talked to people who talk about liquidity. What is liquidity?
To me, it seems like it's essentially regardless of the market or the stock that it is always available to buy or sell. That the regardless of the commodity or um, thing that you're trying to buy, that there is always something available for you to buy or sell. That seems like what it is to
Okay,
me.
so that's supply and demand,
Mm,
right? That's about production. That's not really in finance. Liquidity
okay.
is how fast can I turn this asset into cash?
Okay.
So cash is the most liquidable asset. Then comes checks, because I have to take it to the bank. Then comes, I don't know, like the cash I have in my checking account is very liquid. I can just take that out whenever I want. The cash in my home, right? If I'm a homeowner, uh, that's an illiquid asset because I have to, put out an advertisement, find out the market, to get somebody to give me a valuation. There's a lot that goes into it, and in the States, it has. You can close really fast, but most sellers are going to take like 30 days to at least, and that's from the time you have an agreement that yes, we agreed on the price. Then take like 30. So that's illiquid, right? Because it takes a long time to do. So if I buy shares of GME or AMC, everybody's two favorite stocks, and it takes 31 or 40 or 50 days for me to get my shares, is that liquidity? No,
No.
that's not liquid. That's an ill that's turned what should be a fit like T plus. So when I first started in the industry, it was T plus. Well, I think it was T plus 5 when I got to New York, but I think it was T plus 10 before that. So like basically a fortnight.
Okay.
Right? That's what you had in the UK. You had a fortnight to settle the trade, and then they keep chopping it down, chopping it down. So T plus 2, meaning this should be as liquid as a check, right? If I write you a check today and you take it to your bank tomorrow, of course, in the States, the bank's going to hold it for 10 days, but here or there, let's say I take it to the bank tomorrow and I get cash for it. That's a T plus 1, right? I give you the goods, you give me the check, take it to the bank tomorrow, I get my money. It's T plus 1 settlement,
Mm,
right? So T plus 2 settlement means that that stock should be fairly liquid. I should be able to buy and sell that, fairly easily. That's liquidity, right?
yeah.
Liquidity isn't just that every time I want to buy something, you pretend to give me one.
Yeah.
It's not liquidity.
Mm,
That, in fact, is allowing fails to deliver, just as a bottom line, is turning what should be a fairly liquid asset into an illiquid asset. It could take almost as long to sell a house as it does to get delivery of a share of AMC.
it's so crazy when you put it like that though.
It's just simple. It's
Because that's
not
yeah.
complicated. I think that one of the problems with this, like infinite liquidity, because it sounds fancy. I worked with Mike Milken for a while, and he used to say that complexity is not innovation.
Mm,
So just to make it sound complex, it's infinite liquidity, it's this fancy, it's a market maker that's undefined in law. Like that's not that's not an innovative way to explain it. I'm sort of a math nerd, and to me, the most the thing I like most about math is that you can have a very simple, elegant solution for an apparently complex problem,
mm,
right? But that takes time,
yes.
energy, thought, discussion, right? Research, real research, reading mountains of papers written by other people to try to synthesize ideas. you can just, just to throw out, oh, we need the liquidity. Oh, that's why we have to have this. To me, that's not helpful in any way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And you get to write QED at the end whenever you come up with your little elegant solution. Hey everyone, thanks for making it right the way to the end of the podcast. I love that you tuned in this long. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, because 80% of you bastards are not subscribing, but you're watching my videos. See you next time.